What is up, guys? Justin here with a video that I don't think I've ever done before on this channel, and that is a GameStop unboxing video. So I took advantage of one of the Black Friday sales they were doing online. It might have been in store too, but I bought all these online. It was a buy one get one free on a bunch of like previous generation games. So it was like Wii, DS, it was PS3, Xbox 360, and PlayStation Vita, I believe. So they had sent me an email about it. I woke up early on Thanksgiving and I was like, you know what, I'll hop on there. I'll see what they have for like original DS and Wii. Those are like the two previous generation consoles that I actually collect for. And I actually ended up spending quite a bit of money. I made 4 separate orders in order to get like the best deal on the buy one get one thing. I had to do like multiple different orders. And so I ended up with like 10 packages here. So I don't know what's in what, but I did print off my like order summary things here, so I'm going to attempt to keep track of what went with what order and what I paid for it as I go through this video here. But yeah, let's just dive into these here, I suppose. And I'm going to be a little bit delicate with these bubble mailers because I like to reuse them when I can. So this first one, we got a copy of Heroes of Mana for the DS. So I figured, you know, buying a bunch of DS and Wii stuff that 99% of it was going to come either cart or disc only. So I'm not going to be too disappointed if I don't get any complete games in here, even though all the games I did buy were ones I needed for my collection. So that was my justification. I was like, you know, you can't really go wrong with a buy one, get one. At the worst case, I'll end up, you know, flipping them or whatever and come close to doubling my money. So, but hopefully, you know, 1 or 2 of these might be complete. And if not, I'll see if I can track down some cases and manuals for these. A few of the games I bought, I already do have cases, like empty cases and manuals for, so that's why I bought them. So anyway, Heroes of Mana there. Moving on to the next one here. This feels like another loose cartridge DS game here. So we got, oops, I cut through my receipt, but that's alright. We got Disgaea DS. And so, I don't know, I was just basically looking at like all the RPGs. And I mean, $12.99 is pretty cheap as it was, so to buy one and get one free, I was like, you know, I'll take a shot on it. NIS America game. Moving on next to what feels like yet another loose cartridge DS game. So, what we got here? Oh, there's 2 of them in here. We got Harvest Moon DS Grand Bazaar and Contact, an Atlas title for the DS. This is one that it's been on my wanted list for a long time, and obviously it's a little disappointing that it's just the cartridge, but I'll see if I can track down a case and manual for this one. It'd be a cool one to have for the collection. There's another DS game in this one. Let's see what we got. Summon Night, Twin Age, another Atlas title here. And this is one that I don't know that I've ever even heard of. I just basically called up, you know, all the DS games they had and just scrolled through pretty much everyone that they had in stock. And yeah, that was just another one that caught my eye. I was like, yeah, I'll take a shot on that one. This one here is a little bit thicker, so might get lucky on this one. Oh, there's a couple cases in here. They look like, never mind. They're generic cases, and they're absolutely destroyed, so, okay. We got Zelda. Come on. Like, why even send it in a case at that point? Just send me the cartridge in one of these things. So anyway, this is Majora's Mask 3D for the 3DS. So they had I think it was a buy 2 get 1 free on the 3DS games. This was one that I needed. I already had a case and manual for, an empty case and manual. So I was like, you know what, I'll grab a few 3DS games on one of my orders and take advantage of that deal. Which obviously not as good of a deal as a buy one get one, but for games that I already had cases for and stuff, I felt it was justified. This one is, like, seriously, I got plastic all over the floor now. This one is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, another one that, as I mentioned, I already have a empty case of manual for that one. And then this one here is Etrian Odyssey. Which one is this? Untold, the Millennium Girl. Okay, so I don't think that this was right. I'm pretty sure I ordered Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold, the Fafnir Knight is what I was supposed to get, and they sent me this one instead. So I'll have to check prices. I mean, if this one's like more expensive, then I'm not going to complain. Otherwise, I will see what I can do about that. Because I have an empty case of manual for Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold. That's the reason I bought it. And yeah, this is not the right game. But again, I'll look it up and see what I need to do about that. Hopefully that's the only one that's a mistake. I see people do GameStop unboxing all the time, and it seems like every other one that I watch, there's issues with the orders, But I heard that their return policy is pretty rock solid. So another loose cartridge DS game here. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I have no idea what this is. Sounds like kind of like an escape room type game. But yeah, I saw it on there. I was like, I've never seen that one before. I'll go ahead and pick it up. So a couple more of these bubble mailers here, and then we'll get on to these bigger packages. This one is Etrian Mystery Dungeon for the 3DS. So I don't even think I got a deal on this one. I think I just paid the $9.99 for this one because I had an empty case of manual for it. I got some other discounts on these as well, which I'll explain at the end when I attempt to give like a grand total for all these. But yeah, they were selling it for $9.99. I got it a little bit cheaper than that with some of the discounts. And then this is the last bubble mailer, I believe here, which I don't know. Feels like it might be the one Wii game that I ordered. Let's see if we can do this. It is, and oh yeah, it is Fishing Resort, an X-Seed game, which I believe this is probably a printed off cover. Actually, no, I think that is not in great condition, but I feel like that is legit artwork. It's not like printer paper. It's not super glossy though either, like most of the other Wii games I have, so I'll have to look into that. No manual though, so either way it's not complete, but had the disc in there. This was probably the most expensive one that I bought, $34.99. But I bought it so I could get another more expensive game for free. The disc is in good shape. So yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can track down case and well, maybe just a manual for this one. This is just a harder to find Wii game, and not one that I've ever had before, so it'd be kind of nice to get it complete. If anyone has a manual for some odd reason, some obscure fishing Wii game, let me know. And then there was something else in here as well. Oh, there's another. Oh, my other expensive game that I bought. Suikoden or Suikoden Tierkreis? Tierkreis? I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, this one was $24.99. So this was actually the free one I got with the Fishing Resort game there. Again, I don't know how easy it's going to be to find a case of manual for, but I'm pretty sure it is at least a $20, if not a $25 cartridge only anyway, so that was kind of my justification for it. So anyway, let's move on to these two very light packages here that might only have a DS game in them as well, but we'll see. This is a nice box, so I'm going to try to savor this one as well. Oh, no, this is my copy of, it's not in great shape, but copy of Metroid Fusion. So I've had an empty box and manual for this for a while now, and I've had the cartridge, well, I don't want to say many times before, a handful of times before, but I haven't found it in the last few months, so I was like, you know what, I'll just go ahead and order it from GameStop. I didn't really get a deal on this one, and I should have actually waited because by the time I'm filming this, they started doing another deal on like retro stuff. So I probably should, had I known that, I would have waited. But it was marked for $24.99, I think, from there, and I got it a little bit cheaper than that. So there's that. That's to complete that box and manual that I have. The box and manual I have is like pretty minty condition too. So it's unfortunate that the cartridge isn't that great, but I'll still put it in there anyway. And then this last one, I'm going to... How do I do this? Oh, it's this way. Okay. It's just upside down. Ooh, okay. So we might have a couple cases in here. So, we have another Atlas title, Radiant Historia for the DS. And is this one complete? Oh my gosh, it is. This is cool. Okay, this is probably my favorite one that I got then, I'm going to say. Okay, so we'll get to these in a minute. They sent me some freebies. We got The Wizard of Oz Beyond the Yellow Brick Road for the DS. I had never heard of this before, and I was like, alright, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. It was $14.99, and this appears to be the only one that I got complete. But I'll definitely be adding this one to the collection. I doubt it's a very good game, but, you know, definitely obscure. And now, what else is in here? Okay, well, there's another DS game, Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood. This one I did order. I think I probably, well, I didn't overpay for it. It was a buy one, get one, but $14.99 is a lot more than I wanted to pay for this. I do have an empty case and manual for this. I've been looking for the cartridge to add that one to the collection, so I'll be hanging on to that. But check this out. There's a bunch of Switch games in here, and I definitely did not order any Switch games. So we have Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for the Switch. We have the Lego Harry Potter collection, which is years 1 through 4 and 5 through 7. I guess they remade it for the Switch. I was not aware of that. We have Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is just cartridge only. We have we have another copy of Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This one has the case. We have Team Sonic Racing, which looks like this might be printed off. No, I think that's legit artwork. And then we have Brawl Out for the Switch. So, doing some quick math here, I mean 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, so, well, some of these are $18.99, but I guess they just sent me like $100 and some worth of free Switch games. You know, I understand, I guess that stuff's kind of crazy for the holiday. They probably had a ton of orders coming in, and they just screwed up. So maybe I won't complain too much about that that wrong one that they sent me. I don't even remember what it was anymore. Oh, the Etrian Odyssey game, because, yeah, I will take these, I guess. So, okay, so I had to cut real quick right there because I started looking over my orders here to give you guys some totals on what I paid for everything, and I realized that there were a few DS games in here that I ordered that I hadn't shown yet. And initially I was like, oh, you know, they probably got sent to someone else by mistake, and that's why I ended up with the Switch games. I probably got someone else's order. But I went digging through all the empty bubble mailers, and one of them was not empty. There was 3 original DS games sitting in the bottom of one of them that I just completely missed. So these are the 3 other ones that I ordered. Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. We got Phantasy Star Zero, and The World Ends With You, Square Enix title, with some really, really bad artwork on the cartridge. It's probably not going to show up that well since it's not really lit up here, but yeah, that's pretty bad. And I think it's legit. That's another thing I'll have to check on all these, because I've seen plenty of people order stuff from GameStop, especially the retro stuff, and it ends up being, you know, a bootleg copy or whatever. So I'll have to check on all these, of course. But anyway, moving on now to the totals on what I paid for everything. So like I said, it was 4 separate orders here. The most expensive one was $56.06. And then there was $41.63, $38.14, and $37.64. So I didn't actually total all that up yet, but I'll put the total right here for you guys. Grand total of what I paid for everything. All the orders were over $35, so they all qualified for free shipping, which was nice. And so, like I mentioned, they were doing the buy one, get one, but they also had some other discounts going on. So I got 10% off everything that I ordered because of my Pro membership, because they were all used games or whatever. So that helped a lot. Plus, they also had a coupon code going where you could get 16% off any 3 items in your cart. I think it was only good on like used stuff or whatever, but that was applying, when I put the coupon code in, it was applying it to the 3 most expensive games first, which was really nice because it was essentially combined with my Pro membership discount. It was like 26% off, and that was before, and then it was still giving you the buy one, get one on top of that. So, you know, for example, like the $35 game ended up being, I don't know, like between 25 and 30 after the 26% off, and then I got, you know, another $35 game for free. So that's how I was able to get everything so cheap. And the best part about it is that all but I think like $26 of it I used trade credit for. So I still had a ton of trade credit racked up from when GameStop did that insane trade-in deal a few months back where they were giving like $5 extra on all the trade-ins that were worth more than $2 or whatever. So I ended up getting like $400 or something from when they did that, and I still had about like 120 of it left. Somewhere in there. I'm going to contradict, I don't know the total, so I'm going to like contradict myself here, but somewhere around there. So I used all my trade credit left on my card, and then I ended up spending like another $26 on top of that. So I'm going to call that a win. And actually, there's going to be, I think, a sequel coming to this video, because as I kind of alluded to when I talked about the Metroid Fusion, the week after this, which is the week of Cyber Monday, they did a deal on the retro stuff. It was a buy 2, get 1 free. And I capitalized on that a little bit as well. I made another like 3 or 4 orders. Got a bunch of nice NES and Super Nintendo stuff. A few things that should be for the collection, and then a bunch of nice stuff to take with us to our next game sale, which is at the end of January. So keep an eye out for that, the sequel video coming soon. I want to thank you guys for sticking around and checking out this whole video. And until next time, take care.